back, you may recognize James Gordon from Bike to Work Week because he's always biking, but you're not biking today, I bet.
No, a little slippery.
A little slippery out there.
Got my boots on. Yeah. Stick with those.
Yeah. We're not talking about Bike to Work Week this week. Instead, we're talking about a conference that James was at in Vancouver a little bit earlier this month, maybe at the end of October. It's called the Zero Waste Conference. Tell me, what was it about?
So the Zero Waste Conference was October 16th in Vancouver. And there was a very large delegation, mostly people from municipalities, because of course the municipal governments are the ones mostly responsible with dealing with all of our waste. And there was a few points to it. One was to talk about how to deal with waste in a responsible and ideally we'll try to reduce it. And the other is, at the very end of it, they launched Canada's National Zero Waste Council, which is a brand new initiative.
We're going to get to learning in a minute what that council is all about, but I would love to show the viewers what it is that was discovered at this conference. Who are the most prolific garbage producers? Canadians toss more trash per capita than any other country in the developed world. Well, that's something.
Yeah, so if you read the fine print, so this is from June. It was an article in the Globe and Mail I clipped out and sticking on my fridge right now because I found it quite appalling. And interestingly enough, this report that this little article came out of was kind of the wake-up call for many people, again, in municipal governments to say, okay, we need to do something about this. It's kind of embarrassing. And because the average, again, these are developed nations, not developing nations, is 500 and, I'm going to use a round number, 577 kilos per capita of annual waste that we all toss out. Canada was the worst at 777, so 200 kilos more than the average of these developed nations. So obviously we have work to do. Won't get into the reasons why we produce that much waste, but so at this conference, they talked about this one concept, which I thought, it's been around for a while, but it's starting to really get some traction, which is this notion of cradle to cradle.
I've not heard of it. Do tell.
So if you Google cradle to cradle, there's a book out there under the same title. And the basic idea is we got to start thinking about things circularly rather. In nature, there is no waste, right? Whatever. The pine cone falls from the tree, it decomposes, it feeds the roots of the tree to grow the tree bigger, to create more pine cones. So it's circular. Much of our waste is produced in a linear fashion. So we extract the elements from the earth, we manufacture them, we produce the item, we ship them, we use it, we break it, we throw it in the garbage, and it's like in this direction. We have to start thinking about moving in that direction. And so this council brought together, again, municipal governments, because they have to deal with waste, but also producers, manufacturers, distributors, to start looking at, so instead of, creating this, cell phone or whatever that could end up in the landfill at the end of its use, what about when this breaks, you throw it in the composter?
That'd be amazing.
As a to
bring it around full circle.
Bring it around full circle.
That's the way nature does.
Exactly. And so the designers are brought into the whole mix.
Which is what we need to do. And that's a hugely exciting concept, to know that we're now getting on board to complete the equation in a full circle.
Yeah. And of course, waste, there's all sorts of waste. Climate change is really just caused by waste. Nuclear waste, so these are big concepts. This is not just all about putting stuff in a landfill. But another big reason is that, again, the manufacturers are looking at the cost of materials are getting more and more expensive. We're running out of oil. It's harder to extract many types of resources. So instead of just throwing them in the landfill, let's improve the recycling rates, improve the diversion rates, improve the design concepts, so we're not having to take it from square one with the extraction of these materials.
Thinking outside the box for sure. James Gordon, we're very happy to have you here. I know we're out of time. We've got many other things to get through today, but you touched the tip of the iceberg about what this conference was about. Information on the screen. If you would like to learn more, you can go to that website and find out more, and perhaps we'll have you back again.
I'd be delighted. Thank you, Susan.
Okay, well, thanks for being here. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.